Geometry, these are the answers to the first test in Unit 7. Okay, number 1, given the side lengths 12, 13, and 5, is it possible to make a triangle? Well, first we have to look at the two shorter sides and add them up and see, is that greater than the third side? In this case, it is. 12 plus 5 is greater than 13. So yes, it makes a triangle. So what type of triangle is it? Well, now we have to see, is c squared, is it greater than, less than, or equal to a squared plus b squared? In this case, we get 169, and this is 144, and this is 25, and those are equal, so this is a right triangle. Number 2. So the first we look to see if the two shorter sides, if when we add them up, if is it greater than the third side, and the answer is no. So it is not greater than the third side. So no, it's not possible. What type of triangle? It's not possible. Number 3. All right, so is 8 plus 9, is that greater than 15? Yes. What type of triangle is it? Well, 15 squared, is that greater than, less than, or equal to 8 squared plus 9 squared? And in this case, we get 225, and this is 64 plus 81. So 225 is greater than 64 plus 81, so that makes it an obtuse triangle. Number 4 is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. We can just tell by the angles because we're given this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is 45, so the other one has to be 45, so it's special. That means we should already know the relationship between the lengths of the sides. The sides should be the same. So that makes y2. And be careful about what is x and what's y, because if you put the wrong thing in, if you switch them, then they're wrong. The relationship between the lengths of the sides and the hypotenuse is times the square root of 2. So x is just 2 times the square root of 2. Number 5. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle where we are given the side across from the 60 degrees, so that's the long side. So if I have to go from the long side to the short side, I'm going to have to divide by the square root of 3. Well, this, in this case, is pretty simple to divide by the square root of 3 because those just cancel. So we get the long side, or sorry, the short side, which is y, or sorry, is that a y? It's a v. In this case is 3, and then to take the short side and multiply it times 2, you get the hypotenuse. So that's going to be 6. Number 6. All right, determine the correct trigonometry function. Okay, well, we're referencing this angle here, and this side is opposite, and this side is adjacent, because the only side we don't have is clearly the hypotenuse. So the trig function we're going to use is going to be tangent. So the tangent of 52 degrees should be equal to the opposite over the adjacent side. In this case, we're just going to cross multiply, so we will get 27 times the tangent of 52 degrees. And then Desmos is already in, Okay, since Desmos is already in degrees, I just typed what I just wrote there into Desmos, and I got 27 times the tangent of 52, which again is already in degrees, and I got 34.55 rounded up to the nearest tenth is 34.56. Actually, no, sorry, we're doing tenths, so it's rounded up to 0.6. Okay, so we go back over to our test. And rounded to the nearest tenth is 34.6. All right, number 7. So first thing we're going to do is referencing this angle. X is opposite, and the 27 is opposite the right angle, so that's the hypotenuse. So that makes the trig function that we are going to be using sine. The sine of 34 degrees should equal opposite over hypotenuse. Take out my calculator and do 27 times the sine of 34 degrees. And I put that into the calculator. It looks like I'm getting 15.1 when I round to the nearest tenth. So I put over here, this is going to round to 15.1. There we go, 15.1. All right, number 8. Determine the correct, okay, this is the same type of problem. So referencing this angle right here, 38 is going to be adjacent or right next to the angle, and this is the hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle. So the cosine, or the trig function we're going to be using is cosine. The cosine of 45 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse. In this case, we do not have the unknown is in a different place, which is fine. That just means the hypotenuse times the cosine of 45 degrees equals 38. And now we are still trying to figure out what the hypotenuse is. So using our algebra skills, if you use the shortcut, either way, you will still get the unknown, the x, or the hypotenuse, is going to be 38 divided by the cosine of 45. So if I take out my calculator and I do 38 divided by the cosine of 45 degrees, I get 53.7. So over here, x is equal to 53 there you go, 0.7. Number 9. So now we're trying to find the measure of an angle. That means we're going to be using inverse trig. So here's the angle we're referencing. This side is opposite. This side is hypotenuse. So we're going to be using inverse sine. And then to do this problem, the inverse sine, let's just say the sine of some degree, equals opposite over hypotenuse. And now we take the inverse sine. Come on now. Inverse sine of both sides, and that's how you go about getting this problem, the inverse sine of 23 divided by 48. Take out your calculator and we get 28.6 degrees. So we come back over here and this is equal to approximately 28.6 degrees. And it looks like our last one, to find the measure of the missing angle, you're just going to subtract the 90 degrees and the angle that we have, which is 34, from 180, because the sum of all three of those interior angles adds up to 180. And I am getting 56 degrees, so that is the measure of angle B. Did I just say 56? Yeah, 56 degrees. All right, now we're going to find the length of AC. So that is right here. I'll just put an X there. So let's go ahead and referencing the angle that we have, which is right here. Let's use the 34. 34 is across from the 17, so this is opposite. And our unknown that we're trying to find is going to be adjacent. So the tangent of 34 degrees equals 17 over our unknown. So that means if I switch the location of my x and tangent of 34, I get x equals 17 divided by the tangent of 34 degrees. So I go to my, and rounding, I get 25.2. So the length of AC is 25.2. And the last side is BC, and I'll put that in blue right here, and I'll call that Y. I'm going to reference the same angle using this 34, and I'll still use the 17. So the 17 is still opposite, and Y is the hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse, that gives me the sine function. I will be using the sine of 34 degrees. That equals opposite over hypotenuse, which we don't have. When my unknown is in the denominator, I switch the location, and I get Y equals 17 divided by the sine of 34. Then I go to my calculator, and I get the hypotenuse 30.4. So that is my last BC. The length is 30.4. And that is all, folks. Peace out.